I wish I didn't think about her. I wish I could forget what she looked like, the way she smelled or how she laughed. I wish I'd never met her because now I know what it feels like to be without her. My grandfather called her the shiksa next door, which was better than what a lot of people called her. Once she moved in, nothing was ever the same. It was on a Monday. I stuck my head out the window to watch Harvey Abramowitz run to school with his briefcase. Suddenly, I felt somebody staring at me. I turned my head, and there she was, leaning out the window. She winked at me. She didn't know me from a hole in the wall, but she winked. She was blue-eyed and beautiful and living on the other side of my wall. All the guys stared at her. The women did too. They'd never seen anybody like her, at least not in our neighborhood. I remember the last day of school, 2 kids were beating the crap out of me. I caught one of them in the face with my fist and headbutted the other, and my nose started to bleed. The tall kid picked up his loose-leaf book and started hitting me in the head, while the other one grabbed me from behind. Out of nowhere, I hear a woman's voice.
Hey, two against one ain't fair.
When I look up, all I saw was blonde hair and red nails. She pulled both kids off me like they were matchsticks.
We're just fooling around. He's my friend.
He's your friend.
Yeah.
Then treat him with respect.
She held a hanky against my nose.
Are you okay, Cupcake?
Her lipstick matched my blood. I smelled the perfume from a hanky. I didn't feel pain anymore. I closed my eyes for a second to stop the world from spinning. When I turned to give her back the handkerchief, she was already down the block. I admit I enjoyed watching her walk back home. And so my relationship with an older woman began. I was 9, she was 23. Her name, I discovered, was Loretta. She was married to Vincent, a longshoreman who was 15 years older than she was, had been laid off from his job at the shipyard. In bed, I could hear them through my wall. They fought a lot, just like my parents. It was June 1957, and our neighborhood in the East New York section of Brooklyn was pretty tough. Almost every day there was a fight. Sometimes in the street, but mostly in my house. My mother and father could fight over anything. And whenever I heard them screaming, I went into my room to look at my Dodger cards. When I saw the faces of the Duke, Campy, and Pee Wee, I felt like I was someplace else. My dad was Sicilian. My mom was Jewish. Kids in the neighborhood called me Jawapi. Holiday meals included linguine and chopped liver. My father converted, got married in a synagogue, and underwent a circumcision at the age of 31. I don't think he ever got over it. I know his family never forgave him. I always feared my folks would break up one day and I'd come home to a locked door. So every day before leaving the house, I'd ask, "Are you going to be home?" It's so hard to describe what Loretta meant to me. When a car hit my dog, Loretta flagged down a police car and made the cops race him to the hospital. She grabbed an American flag from the back seat and wrapped the dog in it to stop the bleeding.
Don't worry, Cupcake. He's gonna be okay.
3 days later, she bought me a puppy. But Mom said it was too soon and made Loretta take the dog back. Loretta took me to the park. We went for walks. She bought me ice cream and comic books. Once we even went to the movies. I wasn't supposed to be with her, but I couldn't help it. She made me feel good. She made me feel like someone was going to be home.